Wenzel for that. Let's make our picks here for Ohio State, Michigan State. The line is 19. Let's just talk about the line real quick. Steven, does 19 seem right? Does 19 seem high? Does 19 seem low? I feel like the lines with Ohio State have been kind of weird this year, which is why I have a terrible record. Like this, just evaluating this top 10 matchup, does 19 seem right?
I would have said no with conviction had we not just watched what Ohio State did to Purdue last week. I would have been shocked if it was anything over 10. And even that might have been high because you had no reason to still think that Ohio State's offense was going to be crazy good because it hadn't been for 3 weeks at that point. But after seeing that, the way people might be thinking about this game, I think 19 is perfect because it kind of mirrors the way I'm also thinking about this game. So, yeah, 19 seems fair.
Without getting too far into how I think they set betting lines, I think Ohio State tends to get a lot of public money. And then from the transitive theory, they just beat the team that beat Michigan State. So a big line on this makes some sense to me. Yeah.
All right. So that is the line, 19. I will tell you that our texters are taking Michigan State. Michigan State plus 19 gets 55% of the vote from our texters. Ohio State minus 19 gets 45%. That seems about right to me. I think people have some respect for Michigan State. I think some of the stuff in the back of their head about 2013 and 2015 affects this a little bit. I think a general knowledge of Mel Tucker probably affects a little respect for Mel Tucker. And it's a top 10 matchup, which again, it's hard in college football sometimes that how can it be a 3-score game, but it's a top 10 matchup. 19 feels a little high to me. I really would be, I thought it should maybe be more like 16, but so that's why I understand where people are. Nathan, what is your pick for this game?
I really don't know where I stand trying to pick Ohio State games this year. I've been pretty miserable at it. I feel like I had to kind of Costanza things this week, like come up with where I think I probably should go and then do the opposite. So after Ohio State covered last week, when I picked them not to cover, when I picked Purdue to beat the spread, even though I picked Ohio State to win, I'm going to kind of just double down on what I picked last week, just with a higher score. I'm going to take Ohio State 42-24. So that would be Michigan State with the points and under the point spread, or under the over-under.
Okay, so Michigan State with the points and under the over-under, which is 68.5. So your total is 66.
Correct.
So that's MSU and under. Steven, what you got?
Nathan and I have the same score for Michigan. 45-24 Ohio State wins. I'm a little over in both, basically. I planned it out in my head how I think the game's going to go, and that led me to my score. And the understanding that Michigan State is always a mistake away from this getting out of hand. That's just where this offense is you can't not put up, even if you just get a field goal, you have to score points every time you get it, and they're always a mistake away. And I think that just might happen, especially if like Naylor's not playing. That's one less weapon Michigan State has at its disposal there. So I'm just assuming at some point Michigan State's going to make a mistake, and then that's when Ohio State runs away with it. 45-24 Ohio State wins.
So that is Ohio State giving the points, because you have Ohio State winning by 21, and that is a half point over.
Yes.
68.5. So you'll be sweating it out. Well, maybe it'll get to a 69 total, like in the middle of the third quarter, and then nobody will score, but you'll already have the over. All right. So you're exactly opposite of Nathan. Nathan's got Michigan State with the points in the under. You have Ohio State giving the points in the over. And I'm going to split the difference. We're all in the same range. I have the same Ohio State score as Steven. I have 45-28. So I am taking the points with Michigan State because I've got Ohio State winning by 17, and I'm going a little more over than Steven is. My point total is 73. So we're terrible. Don't listen to us, but that's where we are. The texters are taking Michigan State plus the points, and then over under, they're going over the 68.5, 69% going over, 31% going under. So Steven and I are both over. Those are our picks, and I don't know what to tell you. Sorry. Good luck from Buckeye Talk.